This is about the Messiah being the flame of the fire. Yahuwah is the flame, the sacred fire. So Messiah is the flame of the great fire here. Okay. And the flame is mentioned per Exodus 3:2. And the angel of Yahuwah appeared on him in a flame of fire out of the midst of the bush. And he looked, and behold, the bush burned with fire, and the bush was not consumed. Okay. From the book of the Melchizedek, it's mentioned it was a story written by Abraham. The story of the vase, chapter 3. All right. I had learned since childhood to revere the sacred fire, believing that it was a visual revelation of Yahuwah, the great invisible Elohim. Until then, I saw it as a unique and indivisible fire. Now, by transporting in a humble jar the flame that had come off the altar, my thoughts stirred with the emergence of a new concept about the Creator, the concept of a suffering God who is able to part with the great Yahuwah, represented by the sacred fire to accompany the sinner in his journey. Verse 4, repentant, I found down in front of the vase and cried bitterly. I was now aware that all the zeal shown by the altar was aimed at the exaltation of my pride, and not the love of the one who accompanied me along the way. Verse 5 here. Suddenly I was reminded in my mind that the little flame that had come off the sacred fire was a representation of the Messiah who would part with the great Yahuwah to be God with us. Sounds like Emmanuel there, right? God with us. A companion in all our journeys. Upon this conviction, the flame rejoiced, become brighter and hotter. Verse 6. With my heart transported, I continued along the path to the valley, carrying on my shoulders the jug that had brought me after so much contempt, the joy of new revelation about the character of the Creator. Difficult moments began to emerge in my path when the cold winds from the salty sea began to lash out at the little flame. In an effort to extinguish it, I protected it with my body, walking many times on my side and also on my back, but always moving towards the valley. Verse 8. When the daylight broke, I found myself one step away from the plain. I began to find many flocks along the way. They were led by rude shepherds. As I moved between them, tumults and confusion arose, and many sheep and goats were scared with my burning vase, scattering everywhere. This made most of the pastors irritated against my presence in their midst. All right. I thought I'd mention one more verse here. You notice in Acts chapter 7, verse 35 here, this Moses, whom they had rejected, with the words, who made you ruler and judge? And the one whom Elohim sent to be their ruler and redeemer through the angel who appeared to him in the bush. So the angel is the flame, the Messiah, who came off the great sacred fire of Yahuwah, the great Almighty. So that's the video for the day. Thank you, and